It's a bit of a shame that I have to make this video, but I feel like I need to speak out about exactly what's been going on with the channel. You may have noticed, or maybe you haven't noticed, but I've been basically getting timed out, or I guess community guideline strikes for a little bit of a while now. These strikes basically come as a bit of a surprise to me, essentially for what I don't really understand. I have gotten 1 warning and 4 strikes in total, all for the same issue. That issue, or the policy I suppose, is for hate speech. Now this all comes as a bit of a surprise to me, especially since most of the things that are being striked is the old content that I used to have up on YouTube. Now, I'm willing to admit that some of my earlier streams might have been a little too much, but nothing that comes close to hate speech. I've also noticed that a lot of other content creators, big and small, have also been affected by these kind of false accusations. I've especially been finding it a little bit difficult myself because 1 strike will basically get you a week ban or timeout, I guess. You can still use YouTube in a regular sense, such as watching videos or adding videos to a playlist, but you can't upload anything or make a post or do anything like that. And a 2nd strike will of course get you another week ban, so basically 14 days in total that you can't post anything, you can't notify your subscribers about what's going on and exactly what's happening or anything like that. So you kind of have to hope that most of your audience also knows you on a different platform. I've also decided to appeal both of those strikes because I didn't understand why I was being targeted for either of them. If you are also a content creator who has gotten a strike before, you will of course know that they don't specify anything within the video. Like, they might say that it's for this policy being violated, but they don't exactly specify the part that, you know, violated the rule. And for a content creator such as myself, who does 2-hour videos or streams, you know, of course I'm not going to be able to go through the entire thing and see what went wrong. And even when I do find out what I did do wrong, if anything, then there's nothing really you can do. There's no point really in seeing what the specific cause was, because even if you appeal it, they just deny it within the first few minutes of you wanting that done. I know for me, having to look through a 2-hour video and really having to focus and make sure I know exactly what point of the video might have caused that, it takes quite a lot of time, and you have to really, you know, as I said, you have to focus in and see exactly what the issue was. But you know, it's kind of disingenuous that you apply for an appeal and then almost immediately you get an email saying that they decided to not accept your appeal and they are continuing to go on with their decision. It's almost like they didn't look at it, or they didn't consider the comments that you made, that you didn't understand what the problem was, or where at any point you may have violated the hate speech policy or anything like that. I don't know. Again, it's just kind of frustrating. I at least wish that if you were in timeout or anything like that, or I don't know what you would call it, if you were to get a strike on your channel, that there might be some kind of notification or some kind of, you know, way to allow your audience to see that you are unable to post or do anything about it, you know. Or better yet, just have like a better appeal system where people will actually look into it and see what the matter is, and not just be like, yeah, well, we don't want to look through all of that, and neither do you, because obviously if we're not gonna look through 2 hours of video and find something, then you're not going to either, right? And you're just kind of left with that. I think the worst part about it is that My most recent strike was for of course some good old beautiful hate speech and all that, right? And you're thinking, oh well, it must be a video, right? It must be a video where he's saying hate speech or something like that. No, of course not. It's a playlist. How can a playlist be full of, like, how can you violate a policy with a playlist? I just don't understand that. Again, it might just be me and my big old brain, but I don't really understand how you can get a community guideline strike for hate speech on a playlist, and the playlist title is just called all streams, and the the description is called all of the streams I did in chronological order. Like, I don't understand how you can get hate speech for that. It just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe if it does make sense to anyone who's watching this video, please let me know, because I don't understand it at all. Anyways, that's basically just me wanting to touch up and be like, hey, this is where I've been. This is what I've been doing. I've been dealing with community guideline strikes that don't really make any sense to me, and I don't really understand why my content is being striked for that. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't agree with it. I'm not entirely mad. I do understand that YouTube is trying to make it a safe place or whatever, so that way everyone can enjoy themselves and do whatever they want, make some nice videos, and not have to fear about people being bullying towards them, or people trying to make videos where they're all like, hey, go after this group of people or something like that, right? I understand that, but at least go for the videos that are completely obvious and that are very blatant about it. Like, I feel like none of my videos have ever been in that regard. I feel like maybe in the past I might have joked about it, but there was no point where it was ever going to be something serious or something like that. So I just don't understand it. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what's up. Hopefully everyone's been doing okay and all that. Comment or anything like that if you can maybe understand why my videos are being striked at random for hate speech. But as far as I can see, a lot of other community or not community, a whole lot of other content creators have also been dealing with this, so it's not entirely reserved to me. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully there won't be any more strikes, at least for quite a while, because if I get one more strike, then my whole channel is removed permanently, which would be a big suck ass. But yeah, I plan on not unlisting or unprivating a lot of my videos, my old ones at least, because of the fear that it will get me a community strike. So yeah, again, I hope everyone has a good rest of their day, and I love you, and toodaloo, and bye-bye.